Hey guys, this is Ben with Red Chilies. I'm gonna do another review today. This is an accidental home cross of, this was originally a 7-pot brain strain, red, obviously. I've been growing it for 3 years now, maybe 4, and I've never gotten a yellow, so I'm pretty sure this is not from that. I think I've grown probably 10 to 15 and none of them have been yellow, and they keep being red, so. Anyway, it was next to my Gages Giant Ghost Scorpion, which is kind of like an, no offense to Gage, but an off-brand Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion. It's kind of like less elongated and thin and more traditionally ghosty with more of like a yellow, cream of corn yellow. So this is, I believe, these two together, and I think that would kind of make sense too because it's really long. It's a little too big and long to be an original brain strain. I'm pretty excited. Like, I would love to keep this one going. I've never had a cross before, accidental or otherwise, so I'm like super stoked about this. But like I've said in a lot of different videos, I have pepper bacterial leaf spots, so I will not be able to save the seeds. That's okay. There's always more peppers, so. It looks pretty good inside, I think. You see that? It's like really, it's just big. I could see why they call it Giant Ghost Scorpion. It's just huge. Even though, this is a cross or whatever, but I think anyway, I'm not positive, but I think this is what's happening here anyway. Definitely just chinenzy. I'm not really getting much else out of it. It should be pretty hot though, hopefully it's not hard on the gut. That's what I'm really hoping. It's so big, it's incredible. Ooh, it's sour. Wow. Definitely the most sour pod I've ever had. That is sour. So I'm like chomping really loud. Basically just really sour, still sour, like really sour, and then chinense is happening now. I've never had a pod that sour before. Wow. That was pretty awesome. Wow. Man, I really want to save the seed for that. That is really cool. Oh, I really wish I never would have brought that bacterial leaf spot into my garden. That was such a bummer. Ooh, my tongue is like got sore in it. Kind of a citrusy end note, citrus at the end. Last flavor is hard to tell because the heat's building now, but there's one other flavor I couldn't really quite ascertain. Maybe bitter, a little bit. Good flavor though, that was good. Okay, so burn is front of the tongue, the entire tongue, to the very beginning of the back of the tongue. That whole area is caked, like the whole thing is burning pretty hard. Not anywhere in the mouth, not in the throat at all so far. No, sorry, in the throat of course, but before that, no. Really, front of that is the most punishment the front of my tongue has probably ever taken. It's not a super hot pod though, I'm gonna say. mean, it's high. It's definitely over 1 million for sure. Probably even over 1.213. But for its size, I kind of was expecting a little bit more punch, honestly. Kind of migrated to like the top of my mouth, back of my mouth, sort of. Now it's kind of like front of my throat a little bit. Kind of cramps right here a little bit too. Endorphins maybe hitting already? There's a short pod, wow. Oh yeah, as far as the burn, what kind of burn? I would say smoky, fiery, a little bit glassy. Not too glassy though. Not too bad at all. I'm pretty much done. I mean, so I guess my thoughts on the pod, it's still going for sure. Give me another like minute. Like all that breath is like hurting my front of my throat. That's kind of mostly in the front of the throat. Doesn't have a really big peak, but pretty long plateau. All right, so 7 minutes. Okay, I would say good to great flavor. If you like, especially like sour things, they were super sour, like much more sour than any other sour undertones I've ever had. That was like the main thing I remember anyway. A little bit citrus at the end too. The burn itself, a little, it's a super hot. It's easily over 1 million. For its size though, I'm gonna have to go a hesitant 1 thumb up. 2 thumbs up for the flavor, okay? Easily, that sour is amazing. As far as the burn in like total amount, I'm gonna give a hesitant 1 thumb up. I feel like it really should have been a little higher for its size. It's big enough though, you might be able to like make like a jalapeno popper out of it, honestly, which is kind of cool. So it's like look and aesthetic, I'm gonna give 2 thumbs up. I think it looked really good. Overall burn, I'll give a hesitant 1 thumb up. As far as the kind of burn in the mouth, I'll give 1 thumb up. I mean, I don't know, maybe even a thumb sideways. I mean, nothing too crazy, nothing too super interesting. I mean, just a kind of standard burn. You know, a little glassy, kind of more like a fire, mostly a fire burn. Low peak, definitely a big time tongue burner. I might raise it up to a 1. It's kind of in between. It's okay. I mean, I would say it's a good, I guess. So maybe it is a thumbs up, but excuse me. So yeah, I mean, you can't. The plant's really healthy. I forgot to mention also the Leviathan Scorpion plant is extremely healthy too. But that accidental cross or whatever is pretty. You know, it's healthy. It's different than the brain strain original, so maybe it had more of the Gages Giant in there. I never actually got to try the Gages Giant Ghost Scorpion because that was my patient 0 for the bacterial leaf spots. I never even got to try a pod. I like all the pods were so sick. So overall, I'd give it a strong 1 thumb up. Maybe I'll try to save seeds. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's my review. Ben with Red Chilies. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Thanks. Bye.